back to the Reading Gals. My name is Jen, and this is part 2 of our May-June book haul. All these books are books that I personally purchased, but you know how me and my sister, we share a library, and books are literally one of our only hobbies that we spend money on. So books is basically our biggest hobby, so spending some money on books is fine. And most of these books I got thrifted, secondhand, or some good deals online. So let's see what books I purchased. Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kwan. I found this at Valley Village. Business, casual, and mixed singles. I found this online. I was buying a different book and I was like, I'll add these books to make it free shipping. So yes, I haven't read her yet, but I just hear good things about her as a romance writer. And my sister did read First Time Caller and she gave it 4 stars. And knowing my sister, and she isn't a big romance reader, and she gave a book a 4-star, I just trust this author a lot more. I want to read more romance books. Great Big Beautiful Life. I already read this. I gave this a 4-star, but I needed a paperback edition to match my set because I'm gonna say this now. Why are you putting hardback when everything else is paperback? Especially a romance novel. And it's not just Emily Henry's work, it's other big time authors. And I'm calling out Abby Hermez's publisher as well because everything else is paperback, but her new stuff is hardback. Like, what? Anyway, so I have this trophy. The Someday Garden by Ashley Proston. I've read all of her other 4 books and they're all signed, so I wanted to pick up her because this sounded so great. I love magical realism and this sounds like a great springtime read. I found the secondhand Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter. I am not a big thriller fan, but some thrillers interest me a lot, and it's very mixed media. So this book has mixed media in it, and it intrigues me because I really loved Girl's Guide to Murder, and I like that podcast type of thriller book. You, Me, and Forever. I found this secondhand at Valley Village, and I was just like, sure, $2, why not? I picked up Every Ecstatic Things by Lauren Stephen. I really liked Our Intimate Fates. I really liked it. The ending was chaotic and it wasn't my favorite, but I am intrigued by this. It's sprayed edges. It was really pretty and I was like, it's only $15. I'm gonna pick this up because I did read her before and I liked her writing enough. I found A Night Like This by Julia Quinn, which is a mass paperback book. I've been trying to find more Julia Quinn. I really like the Bridgerton series, and sometimes you just need to hit a historical fiction book, and I found this secondhand. This is my favorite find so far, is City of Heavenly Fire by Christina Clare. This matches my set now. I have all the paperback in this old covers now, and I'm so intrigued. It's a beat up book, but once it hits that shelf and hits with the other 5 books, it's gonna look so pretty. I think this is a very rare find. And then I have a whole collection of this. And next year my goal is to read the Emotional Instruments, all 6 books, because I never finished it in high school and I want to just finish the series. I hear it just gets better. Plus that prequel trilogy sounds so up my alley. I Packed for Summer by Leona Lee. This is a trophy book for me. I love this series. It's very cozy. This is actually my least favorite book of the whole series, but this is the most spiciest book out of the whole series. So just understand that this is like 70% spice and 30% plot. But now I have the trophy and now it completes my collection. I also got a trophy book, which is Romantic Hero. I read this as an ARC read. I give this 4 stars. I highly recommend this for a good, funny English woman meets American cowboy magical realism type of book. I've been loving Christie's Greenwood's writing, and I can't wait to read more of her. I picked up Happy Sands, which is a Why Choose Tessa Bailey book, which was like, I was like, I can't believe Tessa Bailey has a Why Choose book, so I had to pick it up. I got this through Pango for like $3, but also on the seller site they had Unfortunately Yours for like $3, so I picked this up as well. And now we're having a little more Tessa Bailey collection because she's either a hit or miss reading, and I'm intrigued. I'm like, I need to read this. I got a Education of Malice. I've never read this author, but my sister read A Diary of Blood by the same author, which is, I guess, in the same world, and she gave it 5 stars. So I found it at Valley Village for $3.99, so I picked it up for her, and hopefully she ends up reading this because she's been really liking S.T. Gibson's work. I found Queen of Myth and Monsters, which is book number 2 of Blood of, I don't know. I found book number 2 at Valley Village for $3.99, and so I picked this up. Another Valley Village find, I found The Breakup Vacation, which is an ARC copy for $2.99, and I just, first thing I noticed, it's from MTV. Like, MTV has a publishing thing. I'm more intrigued, but when you find a romance book that's been floating on your feed for $2.99, you pick it up. Speaking of more Valley Village finds, I found The Heart Sealer and The Forbidden Freshman by Katie Archer. It's giving me off-campus vibes, but I honestly do not know anything about this other than it was really cheap. And each of them are signed copies. So yeah, I found signed copies at my local Valley Village, and I am very impressed. So speaking of some signed copies, I also picked this up from Barnes & Noble. She is a local Pacific Northwest author who is writing Why Choose series. Nice signed copies. They seem like more dark Why Choose. One is an MFM romance, one is an MMF romance, and now she has a new book out which is an MM romance. So I don't know, just support my local authors, and I picked these up. I should have done this after Christy Greenwood, but I picked up these books from Pango. Jessica Bean is a Hot Mess and Big Sexy Love by Christy Greenwood. I read 2 Christy Greenwood's works, so I looked up for more copies. These are independent published books, so I feel like I got a little treat for myself. Another Pango seller was selling this as a set, so I had to buy it for cheaper than a set of like brand new books on Amazon. If you know me, I love Sarah Adams. I've read every Sarah Adams I've owned, and now I have 4 more new books to read by her. And then I'll be caught up by Sarah Adams that I physically own. I have 2 more books to go get from her, and then I have everything from her. This is a pair, and then these are a pair. Also on Pango, I found Julia's Song is Undateable by Susan Lee. I actually have read 2 of her books, and this one is her adult romance, and I'm excited because I also got an ARC of this book, and I'm so excited to read more Susan Lee in the future. On Pango, I found Collide for like $5, and I just hear this one is so much better than Icebreaker, and I always need I need hockey romance that are not Icebreaker, and I will always shade Icebreaker. So I found another Valley Village find, The Diviners. Me and my sister, we like to watch Farrah, and she read this and she kind of like recommended it, so when I found it at Valley Village, I picked it up, and it sounds interesting and very ghosty and October vibes. So another Valley Village find was the Hurricane Wars. I hear mixed things about this series, but I mean, I picked it up for $7, so why not? Like, why not pick it up? I haven't read this book or this author at all, but this is a Why Choose book, and I hear it's like, the plot is really good. I hear it's really good in our Why Choose community. I see it pop up. People really like it. And it's sprayed edges, and it's an independent copy. Like, what? And I know book 2 comes out sometime in July, so I'm definitely gonna pick it up and hopefully read this. But I am in I need to read 2 more Why Choose books before I pick this up, because I just want to be in the same world in my Why Choose. And a lot of these Why Choose books, I find they're great when I'm like tipsy or something when I read, because half of them are not that serious. So I don't know, most of my Why Choose books are a 5 read, and I love that. I love that for myself. So, and I hope this is an interesting book. These are my trophy books. So this is Dark Fae and Savage Fae. This is my literally god tier Why Choose romance book series. This is like a vibes with everything you need. I prefer this over Zodiac Academy. I'm on book 5 of Zodiac Academy, but I just want to read Zodiac Academy so I can get to the Cage Wolf, which you meet her, the female lead in this series, and I just want to read Cage Wolf. Like, I just want to go through Zodiac Academy, know what's all the hype, and go to Cage Wolf and read that Why Choose, because I'm looking at the goal. Because I want to get the independent books before it's traditionally published, because I have a feeling that these are going to get traditionally published soon, so pick up your indie copies as soon as possible. I also got Rights of the Starling, which is book 2 of Shield of the Sparrows. I finished this back in May. I gave this just 4 stars, but I did see the twist in the end. Like, I did see that coming, but I loved this book. I love the journey that our female lead goes through, and I can't wait for the conclusion. And my last book in my little haul, I actually pre-ordered this because I heard pre-orders actually help sell books more than buying them that. So I pre-ordered this. I got The Raven in the Ash Door, which is book number 3 of the Wren and the Holly. And I wouldn't just buy book 3 if I haven't read this, and I did read this, and I gave this a 4 star. I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea, because it took me like a month to read it, but I liked it. I like the world. I really like the characters. I can't wait to read more of her. And this is book 2, which is The Robin in the Oak Throne, and then The Raven in the Ash Door. And since I had read book 1, I needed this set, so it looks good on my shelves. I did learn that there is going to be 5 books in this series, and I'm excited because I actually do enjoy this world, and yeah, I'm very a vibe reader. So that is my little book haul, part 2. This is literally in the same room, same time as what my sister did. She is actually checking in the books, and I'm talking on the camera. So at the same time. So that is a lot of books that we just completed, and I will see you next time on our little videos. So hit like, subscribe, and comment, and have a wonderful life. So goodbye. We don't have kids. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
That was awkward.
It's supposed to be skinny.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which is a pear. Can't remember. Me and my sister, we like to eat